We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now it's Carson. Gets around him. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. The Chargers had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bass. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this one's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Bass. He'll check that down to Carson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Bass. Again, it's Carson with another catch. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Brings up 3rd and 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 1. Operating from the gun. Bass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll look to throw again. To the right side and intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On first down, it's Samuels. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Knight sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now they'll change things up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is Randall here over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Trying the left side with Samuels. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Knight. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Knight. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. That is caught. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Looking to throw. Bass. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a 2nd and 10. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Oh, what a move. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is Carson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Carson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Bass. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Straight ahead running. Here's Samuels. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Knight. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over. The 8-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half,
That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Bass. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Back to throw again. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Knight. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. 49ers 7. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 to score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Knight. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
There again is Cooks, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Operating from the gun, Bass. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here that's close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Bass. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options. But when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. There's Cooks in motion right. 2nd and 11. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Operating from the gun. Bass. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The extra point forthcoming. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing after the interception. Bass. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Operating from the gun, Knight. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. And now they'll shift things around. Second and 6. It's caught by Randall. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Samuels on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's Samuels again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down.
Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Bass. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 58 yards.
And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Bass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away. Live to fight another down.
You're not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Here's Carson. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They run it with Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Looking to throw. Bass. Throw left side, complete. That's Carson. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
A big play looming on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Fighting him off. Still on his feet. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 7-yard line. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Now 1st and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They run again with Carson. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Well, they would have loved to have scored a touchdown there, but this still sets them up for a game-winning field goal attempt.
3rd and goal from the 6.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3.
But defensively, that's a nice stop there on 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Now, offensively, kicking the field goal, taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you've got something you really like, something that you've practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.